Today's April 16th of 23. The sun just came out. It's been cloudy and raining all day. I love it when the sun is over on that side and it lights everything up. Everything is backlit right now. Looks really good. The jungle looks really good. Looks really wild. Anyway, this is my third attempt now at trying to grow Pteris cretica, one of my favorite ferns, along with all of the other ferns that I love. They're all my favorites. Normally up here in the Pacific Northwest we get alba lanita. That's the commercially available variegated form. You almost never see a pure green form. The first time I saw pure green Pteris cretica was in India, in Himachal Pradesh, up there at the foothills of the Himalayas. None of them were this big though. This I found at the local garden center, Bark and Garden up in Olympia. I have mixed feelings about that place, but they do carry a bunch of really cool stuff. This is a Dan Hinckley variety. I really like all the Dan Hinckley stuff that I have found so far. Monrovia carries his cultivars, and I try to buy his stuff whenever I can. This was 22 bucks for a 1 gallon, and they also had some 3 gallons that were like 30 something bucks, but this is plenty big. The ones in India were not this big up there in the mountains. So Pteris cretica, depending on what website you read, you'll read anything between zone 7 to zone 9 for hardiness, for the bottom end of the hardiness. This one says Jurassic Velociraptor ribbon fern. Okay, the name entices me. From relatively high elevation of China comes a hardier selection. Best grown in shade, blah, blah, blah. So I tend to have low expectations because I have killed Pteris cretica, the variegated form, the last 2 years in a row. It is not hardy to zone 8. This year was a cold zone 9 winter here. 21.4 was the coldest. But the slow cold, I think, is what killed it, not the temperature, overall minimum temperature. I don't think is what killed it. I think it was just too much cold for too long. So this is a really good looking fern. I think I'm not going to put it in the ground though, because I'm planning on moving this summer still. We'll see if that comes to fruition or not, but this is looking kind of ratty right now. Most ferns look ratty at the end of winter. For evergreen ferns, I found that they normally hold their fronds for about 1 year, and when the old fronds are about ready to die and the new fiddleheads are coming up, then they can look really ratty. But these new fiddleheads will replace these, and then it will look great. So this will probably go to North Carolina with me. North Carolina gets a little colder there than it does here, but I don't tend to have high hopes, but I'm a glutton for punishment, so just keep killing stuff until something finally kills me, I guess.